They're sharp, they're clean, they're mostly rust-free, they're oiled up with linseed oil, and they're ready to go. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Surviving in Alabama. Well, I've got to trim some roses, got to trim some bushes, got to do some yard maintenance. So today, before I do that, I have to do some tool maintenance, and I'm going to show you how. As you can see, these are some of my garden tools, a set of loppers, hedge trimmers, and some pruning shears. So the problem is that they set out all winter out under a shed. Even though they were undercover, they still get wet and they collect rust. So today we've got to get this rust off, because if you let this rust and all this garbage and oxidation and whatever else is on these shears, on the blade, you're going to put that in your plant when you snip them. So you don't want any diseases or problems. You don't want that rust to get on the inside of the plant. You just don't want to cause any problems. So we're going to clean them up, and we're going to learn today how to make them clean, lubricated. We're going to make them look as new as we can. The first thing we got to do to get all this rust off is we're going to have to brush it off with either a wire brush, or today I have a hard bristled, I don't know if this is some kind of fiberglass or plastic, but it's a real coarse brush that goes on the end of a drill, and that's going to make it a lot easier and a lot faster to do this. So I'll put it on the drill and we'll come back. This vise that y'all are looking at, this was my grandfather's vise. And my dad was 42 when I was born. My grandfather was born in, I think he was born in 1900 or 1901. But anyway, this was his vise, and it's really super old. But still hanging around. They made good stuff back in the day, unlike today. Got to put my glasses on. Okay, we got the rust off the blades, and I still have to wipe that off. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of sandpaper and just go over the blade with a little bit of sandpaper, and then I'm going to go over the handle with just a little bit of sandpaper. So I'm just going to take this sandpaper. This sandpaper is from my corner cat sander. I just bought a giant bag of these disposable corner cat sandpapers that Velcro on the back, and I think I've had it about maybe 3 or 4 years, but the giant bag's probably gonna last me the rest of my life as little as I do it. But anyway, so I'm gonna take this. I'm not trying to sand it down to nothing, just want to rough it up a little bit. This is just going to help the wood last longer. I don't know if you've ever picked up a garden tool, especially a shovel. Shovels are bad, right? Pick up a garden tool, like a shovel, and then you go to put it in the ground and you bear back on it and the handle breaks off. Well, the handle gets weak. So doing this, it ain't going to stop it, but it'll make it last a lot longer, and it'll prevent it from doing it prematurely. These hedge clippers, I don't know if you can see that, but see how the outside layer is coming off? That's what you want. That looks pretty good. So you don't have to spend all day on this, but you want it to be pretty good. See, you can tell the difference between this side and that side. Huge difference. So, let me know down in the comments. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever done this before. You know, a lot of people, they buy garden tools and they just let them sit in the shed and they don't ever do anything to them. Now, granted, you can see that these were neglected for a little while, but I try not to neglect them forever. I do want them to last me. And I've had these hedge clippers for, gosh, probably 20 years or so. I don't know, long time. So that looks pretty good right there. Get the end. So we'll try to clean it up pretty good. The ends kind of soak up a little bit, so you want to get those ends just like that. So after we get through sanding them down, brushing them down, I want to take a rag and just wipe them off real good. Get all this dust and mess off. All this old rust and wood dust and all that. Just wipe them down really good. And I'm going to set these on as we do it. So then wipe this blade up real good. Wipe it up real good. Just like so. Set these off. So these, they don't have any wood on them. So we're just about done with those. So just wipe them up real good. Next, we're going to sharpen the blades, and then we're going to oil them up. This will be a good time to like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Now that we have them sharp, now we have to oil them up. And this is what I use, linseed oil. Now, some people may want to put grease on them, or oil, or some kind of lubricant like WD-40 or whatever. But I just don't like putting that on my plants. So linseed oil is safe to use. You can use it on anything that touches a plant, and it's fine. Now, when you put the oil on your tools, what you want to do is lay a rag under them so you don't get it everywhere. And so this is the rag that I have my old shirts. Now, my beautiful, wonderful wife, Bliss, absolutely hates the clothes that I have, or at least most of them. So slowly but surely, I'm trying to get better. And as the clothes that she hates make it out of the house, instead of throwing them away, they become rags. So I'm going to take the linseed oil, which this linseed oil is. Okay, so we're going to take the linseed oil and we're just going to pour it all over. You don't want to waste it. You just want to get a good coating on it. just like so. So then we're gonna take another rag and sop this up and just kind of wipe it down real good. And then we'll take that same rag and wipe this wood down real good and get it good and oily. Just like so. You don't have to drown it. You just want it to soak in. And for the most part, this is all I ever use linseed for anyway. So it lasts me a long time. I think you can use it to spray plants with, but don't take that as the gospel because I don't really know that. I've never done it. But this is why I have it though, is just these tools, because I don't want this linseed oil. I know this linseed oil won't hurt anything. Or like if I was to spray WD-40 on a rose bush, I don't know, it might kill it, I'm not sure. But I know this is good. And see, there we go. I got it sharp, I got it clean, and I got it oiled. Now it's ready for the year. We're gonna do the same thing with these hedge clippers. Just gonna lay it out here. I'm gonna pour a little bit on there. Wipe it down. Use this right here. Wipe it down real good. Get it all down in where the action is of the blades. I want to get it so it's real smooth. Now, if you remember what they looked like before, now they are ready to use. They don't look all the way brand new, but they look pretty good. So, and by the way, guys, if you cannot find this linseed oil, I don't know how hard it is to find right now, but if you can't, olive oil, vegetable oil, one of those, canola oils, just something like that, I think will work just fine. Thanks, guys, for watching. I hope you learned something today, and I hope that you learned that if you're going to have a garden, if you're going to have a lawn, you need tools. And to take care of those tools, you got to do a little bit of maintenance, and they will last you a long, long time. And you don't have to go out and buy new ones every year. Thanks for watching, and God bless.